Hey, it's Sebastian from Skycom Solutions, and today we're talking all about audio cables and devices and how to connect them. Before you get too deep into learning about audio, you first must understand how it all works. Now, sound is pressure waves that move through the air around us and makes it to our eardrums. The speed of the waves makes the sound lower or higher in pitch. The slower, more forceful waves are low sounds. And the higher, faster waves
are high-pitched sounds.
So how does sound move through cables? The sound or sound waves don't travel through the wiring. The sound waves themselves are converted into an electrical signal, and that electrical signal then travels through the wire. When it reaches the end of the wire, speakers convert the electrical signal to sound waves that our eardrums can pick up. So let's start with the basics. You want to listen to music on your phone. You'll most likely want to use a headphone jack, aux cable, or aux input, or 1/8" jack. All these things mean the same thing. It's funny, in audio there's tons of different terms for the same thing, and people tend to get confused just with those. So I'm going to break down a few of the terms right now so that you understand a little bit more when you're maybe asked a fun audio question. In front of me I have a whole bunch of different types of audio cables, and we're going to break down a few of the terms that these things are called, so that you're not confused next time you see one in person. And I'm going to start with the more common ones that you're going to see every day, maybe in an office space, or maybe even just, going for a car ride with a friend. So that's the aux cable, and that's this one right here. So if you cut to the other angle here, we can see that it has a stereo input, and the way I can tell that is because it has left and right channels. It has 2 rings, which stands for left and right. It doesn't say L or R on there. On your headphones on the other end, it will say there. It says right there, and it says, you may be able to make that out. There it is. It says left on that side on a standard pair of headphones. So that's what these 2 lines stand for, left and right audio. So this, again, is your standard stereo plug. So stereo means left and right. Mono means just right or left. Right or left. Notice what I said, or. This only sends 1 channel of audio because it has 1 ring. So this is a mono plug. This is a stereo plug. And so these are TS and TRS. So that's what they're called. TS connection, TRS connection. And then this one I have in front of me is a TRRS connection. And this is where people get confused. But it's very easy to remember because you have TRS and you have TS. So the R is just adding another, I say, right channel of audio. So an easy way to remember this is just knowing the term TRS and TS. So mono, stereo. Think of the R as adding another ring around the audio cable. So TS has 1 ring, so it's just TS. TRS adds another ring. So you add an R, you add a ring. And that helps us remember with the TRRS connection. So this is TRRS connection. So this is your standard headphone with microphone connection. So that comes on these headphones here. And these headphones have a little microphone pickup in them. Right there on the back, you can see it. It also has a mute button on the front of them. Now, if you're using this kind of headphone, don't expect a world of amazing quality. It is a tiny little microphone, and it is going through an analog connection. This is an analog connection because of the physical plugging in that has to happen. A digital connection is through a USB cable into an audio interface and connects that way. So you might see USB headphones. Those are digital headphones. These are analog headphones. So with an analog microphone on a pair of headphones like this, the audio quality is still great, but it's not as good as some digital connections can be. So we're talking about the TRRS connection when we noticed that there's another ring on here, so we add another R in the name, and this is for headphones and microphone connections. So you're able to plug this into your PC. If your PC's been made within the last 5 years, it will have a headphone microphone. It will have a headphone microphone jack, which looks something like this. And you'll see, I'll put up a picture of what it looks like. I'll zoom in on a computer really close. You have to have that little microphone headset thing icon in there. If you don't, it won't work. It'll just be a stereo TRS connection. So knowing the difference between those two things is really important because you want to be able to use the correct devices with your system. So understanding the difference between TRRS, TRS, and TS connections is very helpful. Now you're asking, okay, I use headphone stereo, I use a microphone headset, but where does TS come in? Why do I only need one channel of audio? That is a great question, and you'll see these a lot with security guard kind of headset or secret agent headset setups. So these connect through one channel of audio. You'll mainly see these with actually walkie-talkies. They just make it easier to use, and you can listen in the one end and talk into the walkie-talkie. Just makes it more discreet and not out loud. So we also use them here at Skycomp for live events that we put on. So when the person's on camera, we can simply hook this in their ear, and you can see behind the white wall behind me, it's practically invisible because it's transparent. So it's a really cool thing to have. We can have, Zoom audio or WebEx or Teams audio going in their ear and a separate microphone. It just makes it look more professional and well done. So that's a couple uses for the mono plug, mainly for monitoring audio, not for sending it through or using a microphone on it. I hope you learned something from this video and took something away from audio cables. They are a little bit confusing, but once you get the hang of things, it's really straightforward. If you're looking for other videos, you can click over here. And if you're looking for videos about Microsoft Teams, you can click over here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.